Hey, 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 welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So right now I'm going to be doing a ClairTarot reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you'll know every time I come live. So let me go ahead and start shuffling. I asked the Scorpio collective energy, what is this reading going to be about? And I was told that you should sharpen your stinger. Scorpio, what's going on? What's going on? I'm trying to remember what your last reading was. I'm feeling like there's a lot of craziness going on, a lot of disharmonic stuff. Maybe the message of sharpening your stinger has more to do with you finally being tired of whatever this cycle is that you're in and choosing to do something to get out of it, you know, like fight for yourself. Hold on. I dropped a bunch of, oh, no, shoot. I dropped a bunch of cards. Let me go ahead. All right. Let us see. We're going to start pulling cards. Ooh, okay. Stuff's going on. Stuff is definitely going on. Dang, Scorpio. They done pissed you off. Yeah, they done pissed you off. Something awful. I'm wondering, though, because it feels like this has been going on for a while. This is someone, I know Scorpios don't tend to trust very often. It's very difficult for you to allow people in, generally speaking. This is general reading, of course. Every Scorpio is an individual, but generally speaking, this is what Scorpios are known for. Being very selective of who you trust, who you allow in. And I'm wondering if this circumstance has to do with someone that you allowed in much deeper than you were comfortable with. And you thought this was it. You were going to take a chance, whether it be a friend, someone romantic, someone who was a friend and it evolved into something romantic. I don't know, but it feels like you feel absolutely bamboozled. Like they just hoodwinked you. You are livid. I don't know. Let's see. Let's definitely see what this is all about. Oops. Jovanka. Hi, Jovanka. Oh, were you feeling, you were feeling the alignment? My talk with Jeffrey was amazing. The energy, the amplification of energy between us as we talked was beautiful, beautiful to be a part of. You can go to my website, emmyevolving.com. I'll go ahead and list it right here. Right now, my processor is down. You can also message me through that website. You can message me by emailing contact@emmyevolving.com. So, yeah, definitely let us know what it is you need, okay? Here we go. We're getting more cards. This is for Scorpio. Yeah, this is about you really reclaiming your power. You got depleted. Scorpio often needs to like retreat into themselves to recharge. I think this person kept pulling you out because of your connection, your perceived connection. You thought they were trustworthy. I think they really played a really good role. Or maybe they just changed as a person and suddenly are showing you aspects of their wounded self. And it's not necessarily bad or derogatory to have wounds, because every single last one of us has wounds. But these wounds, I think, have festered for quite a bit. I definitely feel like these wounds have festered and has changed them. So I don't know if they're wounds inflicted by you and they just never spoke their mind. She looked like she's ready to beat you. Woo-wee. I'll show you guys a picture. Let me just the final deck, and I'll start reading the cards for y'all. I know you guys are fixed, but you're going to have to start flowing, okay? You're going to have to start flowing. You're kind of making this worse for yourself. So here's the thing. Card number 8, Chiron, healing. So I think what's going on is there was a connection. It's some sort of soul connection. I'm not too certain if, oh, Sagittarius. He's a Sagittarius. That's a Sagittarius, right? I think that's a Sagittarius. I don't know if she's fixing his hair or getting ready to cut him one, because yeah, ooh, that's kind of intense. Let's see what the what I'm getting is there is some soul connection component involved. I don't know if you fell out with someone that you have a soul connection with, or and then you got into this relationship like a trauma bond, or if you this traumatic soul connection is with who you're with right now. But yeah, the wound is a place where the light enters you. Wounds are not bad. They're not bad. Scars aren't bad either. But you do have to tend to them. You do have to make sure that you don't allow yourself to get infected and all of that stuff. Healing must take place before you're able to deal with your matter. Let's see. Chiron acts as a bridge. So this takes us on a journey through our darkness where we pass through to the next side with strengths we did not realize we had until we passed through that dark place. So whatever you're going through right now, through this relationship, and I really don't know, but it's going to grow you. That's the whole intention of it, to grow you, not to make you suffer or anything like that. But you have to face things. Okay, Scorpio, I know that when things get difficult, sometimes Scorpio will back away and kind of become very quiet, very reclusive. Sometimes that's okay for this circumstance. I don't think that's going to serve you. I think you, again, the message of flowing like water, allowing yourself to be very fluid, allowing yourself to experience this in whatever way you need, whether that be very visceral, and painful, or something that is just an internal process. You're going to have to flow with it. I think for some of you, this is not just an internal process. I think for a good portion of you, that this absolutely has to do with another individual, and you're about to set things on fire. Lady of the Stars, Priestess of Sirius. Yeah. It seems like a walking away, allowing everything that is not in alignment with your needs, with your growth, to just burn. But it's okay, because you're going to find an alliance. You're not going to go through this alone. Card number 20. It feels as though you're going to reconnect with someone else. I'm wondering if this is... Before I say anything, I just want to pull a couple cards for confirmation, because I like to not totally talk out my bottom, you know? I want to make sure what I'm saying. Well, it's my own self-doubt. Let me just pull cards. Here we go. Hold on. This is a new deck. I knew it. So you're going to form an alliance. There's going to be a lot of communication. There's going to be a lot of communication. The Eight of Swords popped up. This has to do with divine connection. It has to do with the divine connection. And I say this, if you're new to my channel, I kind of follow numbers, and I get very fascinated with it. 100% at 321. So here's the thing. The number 8 is the number of reunification. Reunification of the masculine and the feminine. Reunification of the self and the soul, of your fractals. Okay, if you look at the number 8, it's like two consciousness coming together and reunifying. Okay, like this. You turn it on its side. Two consciousness coming together, reunifying at a center point. And it's also the symbol of infinity. So you have card number 11, diving for light. 11 being divinity. Divinely infinite connection. There are a few species of seahorse who mate for life. This is all indicators of some sort of divine soul connection. This is a deep, deep connection that I think through whatever this shift is, it's a big shift. Scorpio is going through a huge shift, and whatever it is, it's gonna help you realign and form an alliance with whoever this is for you. Let's see if the other cards will show who it is. Yeah, see. This is beautiful, though. This is like an indicator of healing. Whoever this is, card number 33, they're heaven sent. This is someone that, from the energy of Scorpio mixed with this card, it's like you've been waiting for this. Like, I feel it in my chest. Like you've been waiting for this. You've gone through so much to prepare you to be able to really be present with this, with alliance, allowing yourself to be able to receive such a divine gift from another person. And with that other person, see even this number, card number 48, Spider Woman, co-creation. The number 4 is half of the number 8. The number 4 represents the self. This is about you, Scorpio, recognizing you are complete on your own, but you also would like to co-create with the number 8 there. You want to co-create. You want to be able to build something. Like the spider builds its own web, right? It knows, despite it looking like a chaotic mess, it knows exactly which strings to use to travel across its web without getting stuck, caught up in the sticky strings. So this is you wanting to create that, wanting to weave a beautiful tapestry. Ooh, and I'm getting a visual of, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed spider webs, outdoor spider webs in the morning when the dew has gotten caught. It's like the most beautiful, beautiful thing to ever see. And, ooh, wow. Wow. So I'm being told that I'm being shown this spider web because I have a fixation with spider webs that have dew in the morning and the way the dew plays with the light. I'm being told that this web that's going to be co-created, the dewdrops are signifiers of levels of activation. So this is going to change you. This is going to change you, majorly change you. You're going to see your own power. You're going to finally see it. Look at the yellow for her eyes. That yellow represents the solar plexus energy. The red, you're ready to go to war for yourself. This is about you surviving. I don't know what you're going through though. It's seeming like it's something really intense for you to get so pissed off. This looks like out of that movie, Waiting to Exhale, when Angela Bassett put all his stuff in the car and set it on fire and she was walking away. That looks like that's what's happening. So I think, oh, shoot. I need more confirmation. I don't want to just be saying this stuff. And, you know, if I don't need to be saying this stuff, I don't want to be saying it, because that changes people's spiritual trajectory. So I just want to be responsible in what I'm interpreting, how I'm interpreting it. Please show me the confirmation that I need to fully understand whatever this message is. Ooh, okay. So here it is. You're just waiting. You're just biding time. Either it's going to implode or they're going to arrive, and they're like the angel of light to you. Ooh. I'm getting the blips in a different way today. Something shifted within me too. I'm definitely getting the blips in a different way. All right. So here's the thing, Scorpio. Whatever this feels like, it's primarily a romantic thing. It could involve friendships. It could involve family, but primarily the essence of this reading feels like it's a romantic circumstance. So you've been feeling very attacked by multiple people from different ends. You feel like you're at the end of a blade constantly. Like, you're constantly being attacked, constantly. I think this is the relationship that either you're in right now or that you just left. It really wore you down. It totally changed the way that you see yourself. It affected your self-confidence. It affected everything about you. So at this point, you felt like your hands were tied, and kind of just life sucks. This is how it's going to be. And then you got connected with something that their energy is very pure. It directly entered your field of awareness. I'm wondering, because see, look, heaven sent. Remember I was saying, an individual will come, or you'll reconnect with an individual who's heaven sent, right? Came down. It feels as though their purity came down directly from the heavens and is being focused on you to help you with your healing. Even the energy is the same, the red, okay, to help you with your healing. This is your flower, your fleur de lis. She's your wildflower, or he's your wildflower. You cut that tree down, you have no shelter. It's seeming like maybe you put up with this because it had to do with living together. And now that you've become aware, or made aware again of the purity of that energy, the purity of that connection, you kind of just been sitting and waiting. See, he's even pointing at his wrist. Just sitting and waiting, biding time. Either you have to fight or they're going to arrive, but you're kind of just stagnant right now. And then I get this as well. And it's like, whoever this is just a source of divine light for you. You're in such a deep dive into yourself and your process that you're surrounded by darkness, and you keep diving for more light. You will find your own light deep within you, but up until then, you felt very surrounded by darkness, dark thoughts, dark circumstance. Just kind of a sense of desperation at this point. Like can't maintain this. I can't maintain this. And then in he or she comes like a beacon of light, letting you know there is light at the end of the tunnel. You know, you're going to co-create something beautiful. Does this mean it has to be romantic? Not necessarily. Oh shit. It's another water sign. That's what I was missing. It's another water sign. For some of you, this is going to be another water sign. That's fascinating. I don't know why I missed that. And for others of you, this might be a Gemini, because Gemini was referenced. But whoever this is, when they return, Jupiter returns benefits, card number 49. This is going to be a really deep, intense connection. 4 + 9 being 13, today being the 13th day. Ooh, is a reconnection occurring today? Don't weird me out. Energies, do not weird me out. You know I'm tired. Y'all kept me up last night, all night. How many of you guys had such a hard time sleeping last night? I was up till like, I want to say I was up until 3:30 in the morning, 4. And then I got up for the day at like 5, 6. Like, what did I do to deserve this? I'm so tired. But I'm not that tired. All right, here goes. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. A Jupiter return occurs every 12 years. This marks the time the largest and most expansive of planets returns to the original place. This indicates a period when doors are open to you and obstacles are lifted. That reconnection. Holy shit. Oh my God. They're being delivered directly to you. You asked for this. Oh, thank you, Norseman. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know. Thank you so much. Those are such sweet words, and that's such a generous gift. Thank you. Thank you. So, Scorpio, you begged for something to deliver you from this. Whatever you asked for, it's being given. It's being given. You asked for this. You asked for this to end. Heaven went and sent it. It's an alliance that's going to help you with your healing. Woohoo! Oh my gosh. It also helps you to see the beauty that you are, because whatever circumstance you've been in has really caused you to like really pale and wither away. And that's just, I know Scorpios are known to be dark and mysterious, and no, as the soul, you encompass all the rays of creation. You should not be confined only to the oranges and reds, survival and sexual satisfaction. That is not all that you are. You are a totality. Do not allow yourself to be diminished to some small fractal. And the base of it too, cutting you off from reaching higher levels of being. Notice how I said only red and orange. The yellow is where you got severed below. Yellow represents your personal power. They took your power from you. They took your ability to feel and have those feelings voiced. That's harsh. That's harsh. They took your access to your own divinity. But hey, we have to be accountable for what we allow. We have to be accountable for what we allow. Scorpio, you allowed this. Okay? You're not victimized. I mean, they might have intentionally been trying to victimize you, but you are not a victim. Remember, where's the card? Co-creation. It was co-created, okay? Thank you, C Melody. Oh, I see what you did there. That's cute. That's cute. But yeah, no, this was co-created. Okay. You have to take accountability for that. You do. Or else you're going to repeat it again with this heaven sent connection. So this is you allowing yourself to tap back into all the rays of creation as a part of your divine birthright, your gifted access to all of these levels of consciousness, levels of energy, frequency, patterning, all of this. This is all your birthright. No one should be keeping this away from you. It's like you having a birthday party and your guests are giving you gifts and your significant other says, no, that's not for you. Nope, you can't have that one either. You can have that one tiny box, but you have to open it now and then I'm going to decide whether you can keep it or not. That's not love. That is not love. And this is a need for you to reclaim what's rightfully yours. This is not a call to argue. This is a call to know what is yours needs to be returned to you. And if forced, be ready to defend yourself. There's nothing wrong or unspiritual or unevolved about defending yourself. Okay? You are a part of divinity. You're a part of the group you came into this life to love on, to protect. You were never separate from that. So you have to return back to that fold and love and defend and protect yourself the way you would all the other members of that fold. So with this, goals or plans you started more than a decade ago will begin to bear fruit, either right now or at least very soon. Something very good is about to emerge from the debris of the past. So really, it does confirm the sense that it's like a relationship or something just imploded. It wasn't unforeseen. It seems like you guys kind of already knew it was heading towards there. But it finally imploded already. It just finally. So let's see. And this is a good time for you to really practice manifestation. So with manifestation, this is not about you using words only to manifest, because I mean, you could totally be lying, right? And your disbelief in that negates the truth you're trying to feed it, the energy you're trying to feed it. So if you don't fully believe something, no matter how many times you say it, they negate each other. So it's like drilling a hole at the bottom of a bucket and continuing to fill it. I mean, yeah, possibly eventually it'll get filled as long as the flow into the bucket is more than the drip out. But I mean, who wants to do that? That's not efficient. So if you really want to manifest something, if you want to manifest this divine gift that you're being given, you have to first clear away the things that have been keeping you from believing that this beautiful alliance, co-creative connection, this very healing connection is impossible, is out of your reach, that you don't deserve it, if the opportunity has passed. No such thing. No such thing. So stop beating yourself up. Whatever happened, if this is a connection that existed before, something happened and ended it, that's the past. That part is done. Right now, you have to focus on what aspects of myself do I need to address so that I'll stop leaking out energy. Because I've been wounded all over. And it's not because I'm weak. It's not. Because you're still surviving, right? You're still there. So it's not that you're weak. So you have to begin looking, okay, where am I wounded? I have to tend to those first before I take any other steps. Now that I've addressed the areas that need to be addressed and I've begun at least part of my healing process, and you don't have to be fully healed in order to receive. That's one of the biggest lies that has been spread through spiritual circles. This whole concept of you can't be loved until you know how to love. That's bullshit. I am living proof that that is 100% bullshit to perpetuate your suffering. I didn't know how to love. No. And then I met my husband, who loves me no matter what. No matter what. I could be a total jerk and he'd be like, you're hungry. You need to eat. I'm going to make you something. You got an attitude that tells me you got to eat. And he figured me out. Not because he wanted to dominate me. He took the time to understand my history so he could understand why I behave the way I do at this point. Not to use it against me, not to throw it in my face, but to understand how to nurture me so that I can learn nurturing. I can learn how healthy partnerships work. I'm living proof. I didn't know how to love. I literally didn't know how to love. I'm a loving person. Yes, absolutely. But to love in a romantic sense, I didn't know how. I just didn't know how. And I'm not ashamed to admit that. So this whole concept of you have to be fully healed, or else you're never going to heal. You don't get love until you master that. You're never going to master anything in this life. Understand that as well. And that's not the point of this life. The point of this life is not to master anything. It's to experience, it's to feel, it's to allow the opportunities through all of these circumstances brought to you. Allow those opportunities to expand your consciousness. And in order to do that, the most effective, efficient way is through pain. Pain is not bad. We've become a society, a species that's so afraid of discomfort, of pain, all these contraptions and programs, and just so you don't feel any pain. Heaven forbid a woman give birth without feeling the pain that's worthy of the love of a mother for her child. Heaven forbid. Heaven forbid. Heaven forbid. And I've given natural birth quite a few times. And every single time when the pain got to be so much, I would sit there and I'd be like, oh my God. Oh my God, I can't. And then I would tell myself, but you will. Because this is you proving to yourself how much you would do for this child. When you get through this, not if, when you get through this, you will know how strong you can be when it comes to the need of this child. Could you imagine if mothers had the opportunity to allow the pain of that process, the pain of that birth to produce the hormone cocktail that's needed to get to that cathartic moment, that realization of how powerful you actually are, how much of a miracle you actually, not just the birth, but you actually are. That the person that you coupled with contributed to that cathartic moment where you realized a fragment of your divinity, and all of that realized through pain, through chaos, through mess. That birth is 100% an accurate metaphor of your spiritual rebirth. And this is what you're going through, Scorpio. It's messy. It's messy, it's chaotic, but guess what? Cosmos is chaos. And from the cosmos came order. From chaos comes order. And so this is you really entering into that chaotic state. This is the God state, because how God creates is through chaos. Chaos paired with gnosis, a knowing of what goes where. Have you ever been to someone's office where it's a freaking mess? You don't know where anything is, but the moment they enter and you need something, they know exactly where it is. But you clean up that office, oh my God, they're not going to be able to find anything. Just saying. So this pain is rebirthing you. It's bringing you to areas of your consciousness, areas of your journey that up until now, you've been deep in your depths, because that's what Scorpios do. They go deep in their depths. But have you really been examining? Or have you been diving deep into those depths and closing your eyes tight, pinching your nose, covering your ears because you don't want any of your own fluids to enter your awareness? Because heaven forbid what those waters bring to you. Aspects of yourself you're not ready to address yet. And it's okay if you're not ready to address it. This is not a race. There's no timeline set by a human authority. No. Just like a wildflower, you grow on your own terms, in your own time. Okay? No one gets to put you in a vase. No one gets to cut you and put you in a vase just to watch you wither. No. Mm-mm. As a seed from the moment of your inception into this place of being, you were a seed blown on the wind by the word of God, that God essence, only to be buried. But in reality, you were planted, watered by your own tears, grown under the light of your own truth. So what exactly is happening? You're not stuck. You're paused. There's a difference. You say, I don't want to be stuck anymore. You're not stuck. You're paused. Shift your perception by a simple degree, and your filter will change along with that shift. And as you change degree by degree, you become, in the most gentle way, more in alignment with who you actually are, releasing, shedding like old skin, the perceptions of others, of who they believe you should be for them, because that's who you are. Currently, that's who you are, a conglomeration of the beliefs of so many people, every single person you've come across, and their belief of who you are to them, not who you actually are, who you are to them. Ask yourself, who am I to you? If you've been watching me for some time, who am I to you? And I guarantee you, your answer will not match mine. Whoever I am to you, to me, I am a stay-at-home mom. That is the single greatest thing I will ever do in this life. And I'm very honored to be that. I'm sure that's not your answer of who I am to you. Whatever your answer is, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. So with this card, set your goals. Okay. These goals we're not going to be arriving at these goals at a set time. These are things to help us organize the chaos, to begin organizing the chaos. We're not yet going to fully expect anything in particular. We're just going to allow our mind to try and make sense of this implosion that's happened. It's time. It's time for you to choose healing. It's time for you to recognize you are merely paused. You've been on your knees. What your soul needs is your forehead to floor. You're almost there. You're already on your knees. All you have to do now is bend in full submission to the will of your own soul. No one else, just your soul. Not to show that you're inferior, but to show the strength of your flexibility. You have to be flexibly strong in order to rise to the heights you are going. So, Oh, love and romance takes on a sweetness, a sense of freedom where you can be who you are with the addition of acceptance and generosity. Okay. That's awesome for that card, for the Jupiter returns. Jupiter return. So now Temple of Carnelian entering the fierce belly of Sekhmet. Sekhmet reminds me of Lyrans. If you guys are familiar with the different galactic races, Lyrans are the humanoid felines of the Lyra system, star system. So they're very fierce, like badass, badass. So Temple of Carnelian. Carnelian is such a warm stone. It reminds me of like crystal fire. Wait, I'm not even getting. Where did I put this? Gosh. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where the heck I put it. Oh well. So this ooh gosh, she has no more fear. Ooh, look at the black feathers on her wings. This is her owning her shadow. Wings, from the energetic work that I do. I have a large body of work doing energy stuff. Wings can serve multiple purposes aside from flight. They serve as shields with the capability of defending and deflecting. They also can serve as weaponry. You can definitely use them for self-defense. And look at that. The black wings, black feathers on her wings. This is your shadow wants to be a part of your journey. Your shadow wants to be in service to you. I was saying on Jeff's show, the shadow is probably the single thing that loves you so unconditionally and completely your entire life. Your entire life, from the moment you're born until you're done with this life. No matter how much another being loves you, your shadow has been there the whole time. It follows you everywhere, follows behind you. It allows you to stand on it. It stands in front of you when you turn your back to the light. I mean, why would you ever be afraid of your shadow? Allow it to rise up like the black feathers on big wings, ready to defend you and ready to help you fly. It's time for you to begin flying. Flying out of your circumstance. Oh, see, again, flight. I don't know how I missed that. Flight. Whether you feel small, whether you recognize you are of angelic lineage, because every single human being is, you are a hybridized species. That's why there's a missing link. We were hybridized with the Melchizedek, meaning Archangel Michael's coding. So a terrestrial species. There was genome testing done, and we are the result, human beings. So all of us are earth angels. Let that sink in. Time for you to recognize that. Okay, so here we go. Yep, you're going to get through this. You're going to get through this because you are a luminous warrior. It's time for you to allow both your moons and both your suns to rise up. Both your light and your darkness rising in equal measure, standing side by side with you centered in your truth. You are a whole being needing to return to a conscious state of totality. No more of that fractionated duality. Okay? Whatever this connection is, whatever you want to call it, they are not your other half. They are a divine reflection, a divine counterpart. Okay? They're not your other half. You were not born missing any component of yourself. This is to enhance the totality of what you are, enhance your learning, enhance your understanding, understanding, and overstanding of yourself and your soul, your development, your growth, your rise back up to the greatness that you are. You have to stop with the sacrificing. Card number 10, sacrifice. This also oftentimes indicates that there is some treachery going on, like dark magic stuff. Here we go. I don't know why I'm so confused today. Everything's confusing me. So let's see. The whole idea of compassion is based on a keen awareness of the interdependence of all these living beings, which are all part of one another and all involved in one another. You're being directed into an area which may feel like it's unknowable. Surrendering to the mystery may work best now. And this card talks about representing glamour, the word glamour coming from the French word grimoire and connected to the word grammar, meaning to create magic or cast a spell. So this probably has to do with whatever relationship might have ended or is about to end. Whatever it is, there's a dark feel to it, okay? Does that mean you're helpless? I don't care what term is being used. You are never helpless. You are never without. You're never without the spiritual guidance, the spiritual support, a spiritual team to hold you up when you think you can't stand anymore, to carry you when you can't walk. You are not alone. You really, really aren't. And this whole self-defeatist type of energy that I sometimes get when the readings get intense for Scorpio, you have to choose to no longer participate in that. You have to choose that for yourself. Because no matter how empowering the group is around you, as a sovereign, you dictate what happens to you. If you're going to allow that distorted half-truth to become your reality, then that's what will happen. That's what you'll manifest. When you fixate on that, that's what you manifest. You pay attention, so you're feeding it energy. That's what it means to pay attention. You're paying in energetic currency. Okay? Notice how I'm not saying the T word, the twin word. Well, that's because this is about you. That connection, whether you want to label it a twin, a soulmate, a karmic soul contract, or whatever you want to call it, that's just an enhancement. It helps to enhance your learning. This journey is about you. It's not about them. They're sent to you to help enhance your learning. Okay? So let's keep it about you. Reverence. Let's begin to recognize you as a divine, sovereign being that you are, the beautiful, beautiful being that you are. Begin to revere yourself. Treat yourself as a sacred creation that you are. And the more you see yourself as a sacred creation that you are, the less willing you'll be able to be treated this way. The less willing you'll be able to return back to the cycle that made you feel this small to begin with. You have to trust yourself. Everything in creation is standing behind you, supporting you. I'm being told for some of you, everything in creation is not just standing behind you, supporting you. They are pushing you to reconnect with what is being sent to you from heaven itself. Okay? It might be an individual to help you. It might be a fractal of yourself. Let's not be so eager to look outside of ourselves for saving, for empowering. First, look within yourself. And if you truly are lacking a component that's necessary, creation will give you what you need. But first, please, first look within yourself. Don't be so convinced that you don't have, okay? And I say that because your final card, Spirit of Isis, Triumph of the Goddess. Everything you could ever want or need, energetically speaking, is already within you. The answers to the questions that still haven't been asked, all of that's already within you. If you think it's something outside of you, if you're waiting for something tangible that you can see and feel and hear, there's a potentiality that that unbalanced need will be exploited by parasitic beings. This is why I say first look within yourself. And if you truly can't find it within yourself, either a person or circumstance will be brought to your doorstep to help you realize you just overlooked it. It's right there on the left. Or because your higher self knows you need assistance, and so they're sending it. Your higher self doesn't want you to struggle. But just like a child learning to walk, when a parent is too involved, the child has a tendency to have a delay in their learning to walk. So sometimes the best thing to do is to allow them to fall, to offer nothing but 2 fingers, unsteady fingers, so they learn how to balance, but they still have the comfort of knowing they can hold on to something. Guess what? Creation is holding on to you. You don't have to hold on to creation. Creation is holding on to you, lifting you up, reminding you, letting you know you're loved, you're supported. This is merely one component of a multi-step process that brings you back to your point of origination, your original point of greatness. And that point is not external. It doesn't go up, it doesn't go down, not side to side. It goes in. That's where home is, inside you. Okay? So I really hope this reading gives whoever needs it clarity. You don't have to be a Scorpio. You don't have to have Scorpio in your chart. If you find yourself watching this resonating to the things I'm saying and it's applying to your life, you didn't stumble across my path accidentally. You were brought here by your soul to receive the very messages it's been trying to give you, but you keep sending it to voicemail and not checking your messages. Start checking your messages. Start answering the phone. Better than checking messages, answer the phone. When your higher self calls, answer it. Worst case scenario, you get annoyed and hang up. That's allowed. Your higher self knows you're operating on a much lower dimensional level of consciousness. It knows you're in the toddler phase of your development while here on earth. It knows. And so it has the patience and the grace to deal with it. Don't be afraid of having needs. Don't be afraid of reaching out. Don't be afraid of allowing the people who have earned your trust, not just anybody, but the people who have earned your trust to receive your trust. Let them be there for you. Okay? So Scorpio, I hope this reading resonates in a positive way. Maybe for situations that don't involve any of the implosion. But please do give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification bell, join me whenever I'm live. I do personal readings. You can find that on my website, meevolving.com. Also, in a few minutes, I'm going to be doing Cancer next. So we're going to get all the water out of the way today. Please do join me in a few minutes. I'll be on again for Cancer. Bye, guys.